said he's not going to make it in time for a sound check.
Yeah, he said he's going to be a little late.
Okay.
So I just told him I'd wait.
Okay. I mean, we'll start the video and just, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to do the sound. I mean,
yeah,
maybe we're lucky and it works, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Well, I'll sound check. My wife let me know. It is what it is.
I'm sure she'll know.
Okay, hey, good evening, and welcome to this quarterfinal state matchup in 3A. We're in Cheney, Kansas, where the Cheney Cardinals taking on the Halstead Dragons. We are 4 minutes into the ball game, 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter, and the Cardinals up 4-3 on Halstead. I'm Jared Bartlett, joined by head coach Mark Potter.
Pleasure to have the opportunity to call the state game, and glad you finally got here. And you didn't miss that much offense.
It doesn't look like I
missed a lot of nerves early on here, and their all-state player that just touched the ball there, she is not taking a shot yet. So Cheney's doing a great job inside of double, triple teaming her.
So checking into the ball game for the first time for the Cardinals, Olivia Albers and Lexi Klein. 4-3 is your score. So big matchup tonight. Obviously, first round matchups in higher seeds gymnasiums because of the way that Keisha is doing the state tournament tonight. So obviously, that's a big advantage for the Cheney Cardinals tonight.
No question about it. And, it's kind of, we're doing something that's never happened before. All around the state they're doing it, and the first time ever state tournament in Cheney, Kansas. So pretty cool. And as I said earlier, both teams are fairly nervous here. You can see the energy level high and trying to feel each other out.
These two teams did play earlier this year in the Haven tournament. The Cardinals able to come out on top on that one. Kylie Shear driving baseline. She pulls up and hits it. 6-3 now is your score with just 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Driving in and dishing out is Schroeder. Schroeder gets it back to O'Brien, who has it swiped away. Lexi Klein pushing it up the other way for the Cardinals. Finds Wee Wee in the corner, drives baseline. Cut off by Halstead. Kicks it back out to Haig. Resets with Kylie Shear, guarded by Schroeder, and the ball is poked away, grabs it. Klein's able to recover. Halstead fans cheering on their team for showing some great defense here on this possession. Klein finds Haig in the short corner, kicks it back out to Wee Wee for three. 3-point basket by Brooklyn Wee Wee. 9-3 your score now with 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Halstead with the basketball now. McLean drives in. Shear clears it. Wee Wee pushing, gets it up on the rim, no good. Rebound by Gerber. Gerber's pushing, drives in, and is going to draw a foul on Lexi, who's trying to draw the charge there, but she's going to get called for the block on the floor. So as you said, Karina Gerber, all-state player for Halstead. Cheney has an all-state player of their own in Kylie Shear, matching up again tonight.
Yeah, Gerber averaging 21 a game, and obviously Kylie Shear 22.
Parker Schroeder with the ball on the baseline, trying to get it in. Finds Kelly. Kelly gets it back out to O'Brien. O'Brien drives in, can't get it to go. Albers with the rebound, outlet pass to Lexi Klein, who pushes, and finds the lane and gets it blocked there. No foul call. Cheney crowd wanted a foul call, but Madison McLean was able to get her hand on it. She comes down and takes it the other way, and she does draw the foul.
Yeah, Coach Shear is extremely upset after that call because it looked like Lexi Klein got hammered on one end, and down here they make the foul call, whereas down on Cheney's end they did not. So interesting change of event right there. Turn of event, I should say.
Leader called for the foul, so going to the free throw line. Madison McLean, who gets the first one to go.
Trying to keep track of stats here, but I think I've already messed it up.
It's not easy.
I have my own system, and this is not it. So.
McLean gets the second one to go. 9-5 is your score with 1:20 to go here in the first quarter. Checking back in for Halstead is Gerber. So on the floor right now for Halstead, McLean, Gerber, Schroeder, O'Brien, and Kelly. Shear with the ball for the Cardinals up top, guarded by Parker Schroeder. Crosses over to the left side, tries to find McCormick in the short corner, but it's stolen away. Schroeder comes back, and that time they didn't get the call.
That was a big-time push. We got away with it, but
Kelly grabs the
everybody's
rebound
sped
and puts
up
it back
right now.
in. So 9-7 is the score, and O'Brien pushing it and can't get it to go. Klein comes in for the rebound and knocks it out of bounds, so it's going to stay Halstead basketball. So they are definitely letting them play under the basket tonight. We saw that call earlier where Lexi didn't draw a foul, and then on the other end of the floor, when O'Brien pushing it, she didn't get the call with a lot of contact. So letting them play into the basket tonight for sure. Schroeder gets it in.
You always see that in the state tournament. They allow them to play more, and they don't want to be the ones that dictate, but you know, they have to call the obvious ones, and we've seen about 3 or 4 that are, in my opinion, very obvious on both sides.
With 25 seconds to go here in the first quarter, Schroeder with the ball up top, guarded by Klein. Cardinals in a little bit of a zone right here, giving Kylie a break before the end of the first quarter. Cardinals up 9-7. O'Brien with the ball.
Sure, she knows how much time.
3 seconds to go here. Schroeder's going to get it, try and kick it over to O'Brien, and they're not even going to get a shot off. So Halstead had the ball for about the last 35 seconds of the first quarter and couldn't get a shot off, but they didn't give the ball back to the Cardinals either. So 9-7 is how we're going to finish the first quarter with an uncharacteristically low-scoring game for Cheney. Both of these teams who put points on the board.
Yes, they. I know their first matchup on January the 30th, Cheney won 57-47, and don't know exactly how that went down, but interesting first quarter. Lots of high energy, and both teams a little sped up offensively. And Cheney seems to be inviting their guards to drive the gaps, which is an unusual style of play. But that being said, Coach Shear has obviously done a scout on them, and they're doing a great job of keeping their all-state player getting the basketball down low.
So I apologize for being a little bit late. These 6 o'clock starts are not ideal for those with day jobs, so I apologize for being a little bit late. But here we go. Second quarter, 9-7 is how we're going to start. Possession arrow is in favor of the Cardinals. Cardinals, of course, undefeated on the season. Trying to keep that rolling, obviously, through the state tournament. Shear with the ball, guarded by Schroeder. Schroeder pokes it out of bounds.
Schroeder's father is a Cheney High School grad.
Indeed. As is her mom.
Good point. Very good point. Which I had forgotten.
Brett McCormick with a 16-foot jump shot off the back of the iron, no good. Gerber with the rebound, and Campbell Hay going to get called for the push as she tries to battle for the rebound there.
That's why we have 2 of us, Jared. When one of us doesn't get it done, the other one can hopefully fill in the gap.
Campbell Haig with her second foul here in the first half, so she's going to get a breather. Olivia Albers checking back in for the Cardinals. Parker with the ball up top, guarded by Klein. Checking in for the Dragons is Dominique Shute. Over to McLean, back out to Schroeder. Shute gets it. Might have got away with an extra step there, did McLean, but got away with it, put it up. Might have got away with another step. No, didn't get away with that one. Parker Schroeder called for the travel.
And she did. It was a little bit of a delayed call, which maybe we just couldn't hear the whistle up here. I don't know.
maybe some nerves by the officiating crew tonight as well
Yep.
as we get started.
You know,
All right, 7 minutes to go here in the first half of play. 9-7, Cheney's up. Bryn McCormick with the ball. She turns the corner. She's going to get called for a travel as well. So sloppy play by both teams right now. Really dictated by the defense being played by both Cheney and Halstead.
yeah, defensively, both of them are absolutely getting after it. And the last possession down, Cheney really extended their defense. So they're trying to put a lot of pressure on. And obviously, Halstead has done a great job on Kylie Shears. I think she had one bucket in the first quarter as well. So.
Kaylee O'Brien checking back in for Halstead. Parker Schroeder finding a lane. She drives in, gets it to go. Schroeder with the bucket. We got a tie ball game, 9-9, 6.5 to go here in the first quarter. Albers with the ball up top, gets it over to McCormick. McCormick tries to turn the corner again. Nice help defense. She tries to find a cutting Kylie Shear, and Parker Schroeder steps in front of it. She's pushing it down the floor. Shear comes in from behind. Gerber grabs it. She drives baseline, and it's going to get fouled going to the basket.
And Parker Schroeder made a nice move to the rim the last possession, and then she's pretty much face guarding Kylie Shear on the defensive end as well, and got the steal there. And Cheney's going to have to figure something out, figure out how to get Kylie open, get her a little bit of space.
Gerber's first free throw, no good. Checking back in for the Cardinals, Brooklyn Wee Wee. Gerber's second free throw, up and good. So Halstead takes the lead now. 10-9, Halstead's up. Cardinals with the basketball, Shear with it. Spins out, gets it back to Shear. Klein with a three in the corner and gets it to go. Leave Lexi wide open, and she pulls the trigger and hits a three. 12-10 now, Cardinals up.
We're going to find out the supporting cast of each one of these teams tonight, because they're both doing a great job on the All-Staters. So
right now, Livia Albers has the job of guarding Gerber. Ball rotation by Halstead. Gets the ball back up top. Haley Lewis with it for Halstead. Tries to get it into the All-Stater. Instead, Brooklyn Wee Wee steps in front, gets it out to Lexi Klein. He pushes it up. Can't get the free throw to go. Another nice defensive play by Parker Schroeder, who does just enough.
Wow,
and on the other end,
it looked like a walk, yes.
We got a turnover with a nice baseball pass to the All-Stater on the block, but couldn't quite get her feet under her before going up for the shot. So Cardinal basketball leading 12-10.
Lots of turnovers here.
There's another turnover as Lexi Klein dribbles it right into Kaylee O'Brien, and then Bryn McCormick trying to wrestle down the loose ball is going to get called for the foul. And we're already in the 1-and-1 for the Cardinals. That is Bryn's second foul of the night.
Going to be a factor here in the last 5 minutes of this second quarter, as Halstead only has one team foul, and that is Cheney's 7th team foul. So we'll see if Halstead can make Cheney pay.
So going to the free throw line is Kaylee O'Brien. O'Brien's first free throw, up and good. Five minutes to go here in the first half. Back and forth ball game. Low scoring defensive battle. O'Brien gets the second one to go. And it's all tied up again, 12-12. Klein with the ball, has it poked away again by O'Brien. O'Brien's going to go in for the left-handed layup, and she gets it to go. Halstead retakes the lead. And then Klein speeds up and gets called for the carry there. Kaylee O'Brien, long arms, causing havoc up top.
Well, you're seeing some uncharacteristic things from Cheney and probably a little bit from Halstead as well. But when you get to the state tournament, there is a little more athleticism that you're playing against, and whereas you might have been a little nonchalant throughout the course of the season, you don't get away with it in the state tournament. And obviously Halstead has made us pay here in the first quarter and a half of this game. So only down 2, and need to make sure that we're a little more alert as to what's happening defensively.
So Coach Shear called a timeout there. Talk about it a little bit. Halstead up 14-12, and they're going to have the basketball with 4:39 to go here in the first half.
Coach Shear, being the veteran coach that he is, he's giving them the calm down sign and slow your heart rate down and take a couple deep breaths here, and let's go to work here and play some basketball.
So the crowd getting into it, quite an atmosphere. We haven't seen a lot of great atmospheres in high school basketball this year, so fun to see a good atmosphere.
Sure is.
We'd rather be seeing this at the sports arena, but understand, hey, we're getting to play a state tournament, and right now we're playing it in Cheney, Kansas. Kaylee O'Brien trying to take over a little bit. She goes in and shoots a layup and is a little bit strong, but going for the rebound. Going to get a foul called on Josephine Engel. McCormick with the basketball. Gets it down to Albers at the high post. Albers tries to step through Gerber and wants to get it back to McCormick, but Halstead again with nice defensive play is able to get her hand on it. Is Engel and knock it out of bounds, but it's going to stay Cardinal basketball.
Did a little research today, and I believe this is Coach Shear's 11th year in Cheney as the head coach. He's gone to the state tournament 5 of those 11 years.
And we're going to have a foul called on Schroeder there. She's trying to keep up with Kylie.
We'll watch that closely because Schroeder is very, very athletic. So it could sure help if we could get her in some foul trouble and get. But Kylie just simply cannot get away from her.
It's just her first foul of the night. Kylie's going to take it baseline, and she does. And Gerber is going to get called for the blocking foul on the baseline as Kylie took it strong to the basket.
Gerber was just a half step too late getting there.
Right idea. So that is Karina's first foul of the night. Shear going to go to the free throw line and try and score this way. First free throw is up and good.
Shooting 72% from the free throw line on the year.
Kylie's second free throw is up and good, so we're tied again with 3:45 to go here in the first quarter. Halstead pushing it the other way, and Wee Wee gets her arm up and
Wee Wee's
grabbed her shoulder
right
there. That
yeah,
did not
definitely
look good. She
definitely hanging her arm there a little bit.
She's had shoulder trouble, and that time she went up and deflected the pass, and she immediately grabbed her shoulder.
Definitely hurting. You can see that as she's.
O'Brien with the ball at the free throw line. Can't get it to go. McCormick grabs the rebound and clears it out, pushes it up the floor for the Cardinals. And no one talking there, and O'Brien is able to come in and just poke it from behind. So Halstead pushing it up the floor. And Gerber gets it to go from an assist from Parker Schroeder. So 16-14 now your score. Halstead up on Cheney, 2:55 to go. Bryn McCormick has it. Step back 15-footer, and Parker Schroeder trying to battle for the loose ball rebound. Can't hang on to it, so going to stay Cardinal basketball. Lacey Lewis checking in for Brooklyn Wee Wee. We're going to have to watch that as Brooklyn gets a rest with that shoulder bothering her, obviously.
She's over on the bench kind of shaking it off right now, so I'm pretty sure she'll be back. That being said, she is going to be looked at by the trainer.
Another steal here by O'Brien. She gets a wide open layup and gets it. 18-14 now with 2.5 to go in the first half. O'Brien again, his long athletic arms up top causing problems. And this time Halstead going to get called for the foul up top as Madison McLean a little bit too aggressive trying to knock the ball away from Bryn McCormick.
You can see the frustration on the Cheney Cardinals' faces after those turnovers, but you know, they need to make the adjustment to the officiating because they're allowing them to play, obviously. And
Karina Gerber, aggressive there, reaches in and gets called for the foul.
That would be her second foul here in the last minute or so.
You know, we haven't talked about it, but it is, I'll say, unfortunate that these two teams have to meet in the first round of the state tournament. Two top teams in 3A are having to meet in the first round because of the way we're doing the state tournament this year. Shear takes a three, no good. O'Brien grabs the rebound. She's pushing it up the floor for the Dragons.
Cheney ran the ball screen for Colley there, and
Brian thought about the
more of that.
Thought about the three, gets it to Gerber at the high post. O'Brien tries to come in and grabs the rebound as Madison McLean takes a 15-foot jump shot and knocks it out of bounds. It's going to stay Cardinal basketball, and Halstead wants to call a timeout and talk about it with just 1:40 to go before halftime. 18-14 is your score. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, Cardinal basketball getting just 1:40 to go here in the first half.
Looks like Brooklyn Wee-Wee's back on the bench there, so that's a great sign for the Cardinals.
McCormick gets it to Shear, top key again, guarded by Schroeder. Shear gets it up and gets the bounce, and it's good. Foul is going to be called on Madison McLean. Kylie was able to jab step and get around Schroeder that time. The help defense was there just a hair late, so McLean picks up her second foul. Kylie goes to the free throw line to convert the three-point play. Can't get it. So score 18-16 now. Halstead pushing the ball up the floor. McLean has it in this corner. Kicks it back out to O'Brien.
Bryn McCormick is very athletic defensively. Probably a little bit underrated as far as the kind of defense that she actually plays.
So now Halstead going to try and play keep away with a 2-point lead here with a minute to go here in the first half. Cardinals going to force them to pass the ball around.
Kylie needs to watch it there. She's going to get a...
And we're going to force a turnover as Schroeder gets called for the travel. So now Cardinals with the basketball with 50 seconds to go, down 2. Shear with the ball, again guarded by Schroeder. And we're going to have a blocking foul.
We'll be in the 1-on-1.
And going into the 1-on-1, and that's going to be on Schroeder.
That'll be her
second foul tonight, yep.
Pretty sure Halstead's coach was trying to protect her big girl, his big girl, and the Gerber girl from getting her third. And
Durr at the free throw line, can't get it to go, so going back the other way, Halstead basketball. O'Brien guarded by Shear. Actually, Cardinals still playing zone right now, which they have not played much zone this year either. But there's Kylie Shear stepping in front of a pass, and she's pushing it up the floor and gets a layup to go.
Beautiful.
savvy basketball by Kylie Shear to step in front of that pass that she read all the way and took it all the way down the floor to tie the ball game.
Half-court offense, go ahead and get it done defensively, right?
So Halstead now with the ball, 5 seconds to go. 3 seconds to go.
We still don't know how much
Not
time.
going to get a shot off.
Wow.
So twice Halstead has had the basketball to end the quarter, and twice they have not been able to get a shot off. So again, very low scoring first half, especially for both of these teams. We're going into the locker room tied 18-18. Coach, what are the coaches talking about in the locker room right now to get their teams to calm down a little bit?
Yeah, well, I'm sure Coach Shear is really going to emphasize the fact that we need to pay a little closer attention to their physical play. Halstead's been extremely physical, and the officials have allowed that. So, you know, Cheney needs to make the adjustment to the officiating in the second half. You know, I think Halstead's doing the right things, but the one thing that, you know, they have their All-Stater and Gerber inside, and they've just really struggled getting her touches where she needs to, where she's able to do something. So I'm sure that's going to be a factor for them in the second half as well. But bottom line is there was a lot of energy in that first half and a lot of ups and downs, and looking forward to that next second half, of course.
All right, 18-18, we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back in about 9 minutes to have the second half of this state quarterfinal matchup. All right, here we go. We'll see who's able to make the adjustment in the locker room at halftime, because we're coming out to start the second half. Tied 18-18. Cardinals and the Dragons in this quarterfinal matchup for state. The winner is in the Final Four of the state tournament, and that will be played at the Hutchinson Sports Arena. First round matchups here played at home sites. Cardinals coming out with some defense in the first possession, giving up a three-pointer. No good. Cardinals coming the other way. Three-pointer by Engel.
Tell you, if they hit some of those threes, it would be difficult to guard, because we've so far done a phenomenal job on Gerber inside, but that would open it up a little bit. So we'll see how that rolls as we go.
So first half, Campbell Haig was in a little bit of foul trouble, so she didn't get a lot of minutes. Brent McCormick takes it to the strong to the basket. No good. Off Halstead, stays Cardinal.
Excellent move there with the left hand, and just couldn't quite finish.
Man, those are buckets you got to have in this situation. Let's do a couple of first half. No foul call.
It's got to be a foul.
Ends up on the ground somehow. So Cardinals coming back the other way. There's those long arms of Campbell Haig.
That's backcourt.
And that's got to be a backcourt, and it is.
Yep.
She touched the ball on this side, even though the Cardinals poked it away. She touched the ball on this side of half court and then ended up on the other side of half court.
Unless McCormick just tripped on her own feet, which I am 99% sure she did not. That is a foul every time.
She's a good enough athlete not to
she's
trip
a
over
very
her
good
own feet,
athlete.
you think?
Yes.
Feet? Yeah. We've seen a couple of those. Again, they're just letting them play. McCormick, though, this time going to try and answer with a jump shot, and is long. Gerber clears it out for the Dragons. She's pushing it up the floor.
Yep, we're going to find out who gets on the board first here to start the second half. The way this game's going, that might be an important thing.
Gerber kicks it out to O'Brien. O'Brien kicks it back down to Gerber. She's going to step back and take a shot at the free throw line. No good. McCormick rips it out and is going the other way. Finds Campbell Haig in the short corner. Campbell Haig with the first bucket of the second half. Cardinals go up 20-18, and that is Haig's first bucket of the ball game.
There she is again with those long arms. She's a huge factor on our defense.
Long arms causing trouble down there.
Yes, creating havoc.
Cardinals still in that zone right now. Trying to force Halstead to shoot the basketball. They haven't shown that they can shoot the basketball yet, and so we're going to try and
as soon as you say that, there we go.
Haley Lewis with a three-pointer, and Halstead takes the lead. Kylie Shear with a great
move by Kylie.
Just can't get the layup to
in
go.
and out.
Gerber clears it for Halstead. She's being guarded by Wee Wee up top. Shear gets her hand on it, knocks it out of bounds. So Cardinals, knowing that not a lot of shooting depth on this Halstead team, have been staying in a zone most of the game to pack it in against the All-Stater Karina Gerber. And by the way, Gerber in the first half has just 3 points, so it seems to be working. But here's the difference maker in the first half. That has been Kaylee O'Brien. She takes that one in, but can't get the running jump shot to go. Shear pushes it up the floor for the Cardinals. Gets it back to Haig. Haig draws a foul. Foul going to be called on Engel.
Interesting call in comparison to what we saw in the first half, I guess. No question it was a foul, but it seemed as if many of those calls were let go in the first half. So we'll see if the officials tighten it up here a little bit in the second half.
Second foul on Engel. Cardinals basketball. Kylie Shear cut to the basket and just can't handle it. So Parker Schroeder pushing it out and gets it back to Gerber. Gerber kicks it over to Lewis. Lewis back out to O'Brien. Gerber on the wing at the long skip pass. O'Brien's going to think about a three and hit it.
Yeah, that's a problem for the Cardinals.
Shear going to try and answer, and she does.
Beautiful. Callie said, all right, we're not done yet.
So we're scored 24-23 Halstead, and we're going to start to see a little bit of offense, it looks like here, hopefully in the second half. O'Brien just steps through and gets it up on the rim and gets it to go.
O'Brien is having a game here.
O'Brien with 11 points by my count. O'Brien with 11 points. So here's how the first half ended for the Cardinals. Kylie with 6 points, Lexley with 3, Brooklyn Wee with 3, and Bryn McCormick with 2, and Lacey Lures with 2. Since then, Kylie's added a 3-pointer, so she has 9. For Halstead, Kaylee O'Brien leading them with 11 points in this quarterfinal matchup. So 26-23, Cardinals with a basketball.
O'Brien averaging 10 points for the year, so already above her average.
Haig has it, gets it up to Shear up top, guarded by Schroeder. Shear just
right
takes
there.
it to the basket and gets it to go. So here's the deal about Kylie. If you're going to guard her close, she's going to go by you. If you're going to give her a step, she's going to shoot it over you. So you got to pick your poison. That time, Kylie drove right by her and scored a bucket.
In the first half, they did a great job of keeping the ball out of her hands. Another great defensive play.
Shear gets her hands on it. Haig grabs it and gets it over to Klein, who checks in here for the Cardinals. Klein guarded by O'Brien, tries to dish it off to Haig. Instead, Gerber steps in front, and looks like we're going to have a blocking foul called on Kylie, who tried to step in, and her feet were moving just a tad late to draw the charge. So
yeah,
Kylie's going to pick up her second foul.
Still on the move, and you know, that call could go either way, but anytime your feet are moving, they're almost always going to give it to the offense.
Schroeder gets it into O'Brien. 26-25, 3:35 to go here in the third quarter. Schroeder has it now. She kicks it back out to McLean. McLean back over to Schroeder. Schroeder gets it over to Engel. Engel in the corner tries a long skip pass. Again, Cardinals content with letting Halstead shoot it from out there. Instead, she's just going to put it on the floor and go to the bucket. Madison McLean gets a nice layup and take.
Halstead had a couple of ball reversals there and really, really patient on offense and got it done. Great timeout by Coach Shear.
Coach Shear gets a timeout as Wee was stuck on the block with nowhere to go. So Halstead leads at 28-25. 3 minutes to go here in the third period of play. All right, Cardinals back at it here, trying to get the ball inbounds. Shear gets it over to Klein. Klein guarded by McLean. Shear, back cut, no good. Finds Haig at the elbow. Ball over to Albers now. Guarded by Gerber. Gets the ball to Klein. Klein going to take it in strong, off the backboard, no good. Haig with the bucket, gets it over to Albers. Albers with a 10-foot jump shot, no good. O'Brien grabs the rebound. McLean gets it up to Schroeder. Schroeder over to O'Brien, who's hit a three, so she thought about it. Instead, kicks it over to McLean. Back to Schroeder up top.
Seen a few more skip passes in the second half by Halstead as well, so that's created some openings for them.
Gerber with it down low, kicks it back out to McLean, who is going to take a three, and she nails it. 31-25, Halstead up.
Little inside out there, got the post touch. And, you know, Gerber doesn't force things. She's very patient with what she's doing.
Shear going to the bucket, is going to draw a foul. Foul's going to be called on Gerber.
You can count on this when things are not going well. Kylie Shear is going to step it up. So you can see her going there with him. She was on a mission going to the rim right there.
So Shear goes to the free throw line. Gets her first one to go. Gerber with 3 fouls. Stays in the ball game. Kylie gets her second free throw to go, and now coach is going to get Gerber out. With 1:50 to go here in the third, and Halstead up 31-27. Cardinals now showing some full court press. Halstead able to get it into Schroeder. Schroeder guarded by Klein. Klein got tripped up on the way by. Schroeder now with the basketball, and Klein going to get called for the block.
Cheney's full court press, obviously not scoring as many points. You're not able to set it up near as much. And so we haven't been able to turn them over like we've turned over a lot of teams to this point. So we'll see how that works as we continue on here. But that's going to be a factor. But Parker Schroeder is so athletic that he kind of drives by the pressure sometimes.
Gerber checks back in for Halstead. 1:30 to go here in the third. Halstead up. Ball down low to Gerber on Shear. No good. Tough shot by Gerber. Albers clears it out for the Cardinals. Gets it over to Klein. Guarded by O'Brien. This time Lexi goes right by her.
Should have been a foul call.
Might have got away with a carry there, but Halstead might have got away with a little bit of a foul. And Leah Durr goes in strong, but can't get the bucket to go. Halstead pushing it the other way. Well, again, everyone a little bit out of control right now.
Yeah, she'd have looked under the rim. They were wide open, waiting for a pass.
Lexi trying to corral a loose ball.
He says, let's step out and run a little clock here.
All right,
maybe they'll see if they can get a shot here at the end of this quarter.
So Cardinals now checking into some man-to-man here at the end of the third quarter here. 30 seconds to go. Halstead up 31-27. O'Brien with the ball, guarded by Albers. Schroeder now has it way up top, back over to O'Brien.
Run a little old-school 4 game right there.
So with 15 seconds now, they're going to try and attack the basket and see what they can do. Almost turns it over. Kylie Shear. And they get another layup, and they can't get it to go. This time they do get the rebound and the putback.
Down the floor. Let's
3 seconds to go. 2 seconds to go. Wee with it. Long three-pointer. No good. So we're going to end the third quarter. Halstead up 33-27 on the bucket by Josephine Engel to end the third quarter. So we have 8 minutes to play for a chance to move on at state. Again, I'm not going to. We're on Acacia broadcast, sort of.
Kind of.
They're allowing us to broadcast this, so I'm not going to say anything that I shouldn't. But these two teams are playing in the first round of the state tournament, and that is very unfortunate.
Yes, it is, and. Again, it is. I am appreciative, and I know everybody's appreciative that we've been able to play this game. But the only thing I will say is that it just doesn't make a lot of sense to not go into the sports arena, because if you're going to do it for 4 games, why not do it for the others? And I realize there's more people in one day, but you can control that. But that it is what it is. So you know what? Here we are with 8 minutes to go. These two teams are playing against each other.
Right.
And let's figure out who's going to find a way to get this thing done.
Yeah, so doesn't matter what decision was made.
That's
it
right.
was made, and here we are. And we got 8 minutes to see who moves on. 33-27 is your score. Halstead leads the Cardinals, the number 1 team in 3A. Undefeated.
Let's see if we really start screening a lot more for Kylie. She touched the ball a lot more in the third quarter than she did in the first half.
This time O'Brien's going to get called for the foul. She tries to use her athleticism and length there, but that time she got called for it, and that is just her first foul.
Probably about 5 almost identical plays in the first half that were not called. So interesting that she was shocked that they blew their whistle.
That time she made a little bit too much contact.
She did. She was aggressive. She's been aggressive.
Why not? If they're going to let you play, why not be aggressive up there? So Kylie with the ball, trying to get the baseline. Instead, gets it up to McCormick. McCormick drives baseline herself, goes up strong,
beautiful
and gets
finish.
a nice bucket to go. That is Bren's first bucket of the second half, just her 4th point of the night. So we talk about the job that they're doing on Kylie, and Kylie's going to get her points, but they've done a really good job on Brent, who's only got 4 points tonight. Going to have a jump ball as Lexi tries to help on the cross-court pass.
Cardinals were fortunate they blew their whistle for the jump ball there, and it should have been blown, but it was close for sure.
So possession arrow going to Halstead's way, so they're going to retain possession. Schroeder has it under the bucket, trying to get it in, and they find McLean, who kicks it back out to Schroeder. Schroeder gets the ball poked away by Klein. Over to O'Brien now. Ball back to Schroeder at the top of the key. This time, oh my. Schroeder gets into Klein, and Lexi's going to get called for the block there.
Yeah, it's another difference that you see when you play against teams that are really athletic is that, Klein has, and again, that call could go either way.
Yeah.
Offensively, they're kind of going into her, but she is moving, and there just hadn't been a lot of athletes that she's played against all year that's done that. So it's the difference between regular season and postseason play in the state tournament.
So Klein with 3 fouls going to go to the bench. O'Brien driving hard to the bucket. Can't get it to go, but going to draw a foul, so she's going to go to the free throw line. So O'Brien goes to the line to try and add to her total on the night. She has 11 points. First free throw up and good. Make that 12.
Just a sophomore, and she plays like she's a senior. She plays with a lot of poise out there.
Gets the second one to go, so 13 for her on the night, and Halstead up 6 now, 35-29, 6:50 to go in the ball game. Wee Wee with the ball in the corner. Gets it up to Albers, over to McCormick. McCormick now guarded by O'Brien. She's going to try and go around, puts it up and off the glass. And now Bryn McCormick comes alive with her second bucket in the last minute and a half. So 35-31, Halstead still up. Schroeder has the ball knocked away by Wee Wee. Ball in the corner now to McLean.
And we're going to need Bryn to continue to stay alive.
McLean tries to turn the corner on Shear, can't get it. Kicks the ball back out to O'Brien. O'Brien drives in hard, and she doesn't get a call. Been a lot of contact. McCormick clears it out for the Cardinals. She's going to pull up from 15, and Gerber just steps up.
Yeah.
Gerber steps up and blocks the shot and gathers it, and we're going to have a foul called on McCormick.
That's the 5th team foul.
And McCormick's 4th. So she's going to have to go take a break.
Yeah, as soon as she starts to get hot just a little bit, she unfortunately is going to have to go sit for a bit. My goodness. That's going to be
6 minutes to go. Halstead up 4 on the number 1 team in the state. Schroeder pushing it up the floor for Halstead. Gets it over to Engel. Engel guarded by Klein. McLean drops and goes to the bucket, and she doesn't get a call either, and Cardinals pushing it the other way. Albers gets it over to Haig. Haig kicks it back out to Wee Wee. Wee Wee over to Klein.
Great defensive play down there by Cardinals.
And great recovery there by Halstead because
really
Cheney had the numbers. Albers with the baby hook.
Really
Can't get it to go. Haig accidentally, that was an unfortunate foul. It definitely was a foul, but she just fell into her as she was trying to run down the floor. So now Cardinals have 6 fouls with 5.5 to go.
Next foul, Halstead's in the 1-on-1. So
checking back in for the Cardinals. Leah Durr checking in for Albers. Or sorry, that's Lacey Lewis checking in for Albers. Wee Wee goes down again. She's definitely hurting, and Klein comes and pokes it away from Schroeder. Shear drives, kicks it back out to Klein. And we got a whistle. Looks like we're going to have an injury whistle, which means if we blow the whistle, we got to make a substitute, and that doesn't look like the shoulder that Wee Wee was spotted with earlier. It looks like
Definitely a
knee or ankle or
Yep.
something else. So we'll keep an eye on that. So checking in for her is Bryn McCormick with 4 fouls, 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Cardinals trail 35-31. McCormick comes in, firing off the back of the board, no good. Haig with the
great
rebound,
right there.
gets it back
by
out
Haig.
to Klein, who's able to grab it. And she's
Phenomenal
pushing it
effort.
up and
Great
finds
pass.
Lures. No. Shear comes in for the rebound and pokes it out of bounds.
Boy, I love the Cardinals' effort on the glass right there. Haig just was not going to take no for an answer. So
Tough luck on the rim there. Couldn't get any of those shots to go. All good looks.
all good looks. Just got to find a way to get a couple of them to fall here. Plenty of time. Only 4 down.
Down 4, 4:45 to go in the ball game. Gerber pushing it up against Haig. Schroeder thought about a 3. Instead, kicks it back out to O'Brien, who thought about a 3. Might have got away with a little extra step there, but she did. And Halstead has the ball up top and going to run a little bit of offense.
Really,
Up 4.
really crucial part of the game here.
O'Brien turns the corner, goes to the rim, no good. Shear with the rebound. Shear pushing it up. See if she has another gear
Change of
here.
pace.
She does,
There it
and
is.
gets it. So Kylie now with 15 on the night. Cardinals down 2, 35-33, 4:12 to go. You could sense that she was just going to put it in a second gear there.
Yeah, Kylie Shear may have the best change of pace dribble in the state of Kansas, and I mean at all levels. And when you add in that she's left-handed to go with that, almost next to impossible to stop. So you can count on her taking some big shots here in the next 4 minutes and 12 seconds of this game.
So by my count, she has 15. McCormick with 6 for the Cardinals. Everybody else just trying to contribute. So Lexi with 3, Brooklyn with 3, Campbell with a couple, and Lacey Lures with a couple as well. On the Halstead side, it's Kaylee O'Brien. It's much more of a supporting cast. Madison McLean has 7 on the night. Kaylee O'Brien with 12. Parker Schroeder with 5. Gerber just 3 points on the night, yet somehow they're finding a way to lead the number 1 team in the state.
Yeah, it just tells you, the one key factor is that Schroeder has done a phenomenal job of handling our pressure, and she's matched our athleticism, which hasn't happened a lot this season. So
got no easy layups for the Cardinals tonight, which you see a lot of from them because we put pressure, and as you said, Parker's been able to handle it. So Halstead
we'll
basketball.
see what happens here.
Cardinals with the full court press, and they are able to knock it out of bounds. It's going to stay Halstead basketball.
Young lady inbounding the ball there, missed Parker, and she was open early, but not late.
Campbell Hay gets her
Steal.
hand on it, and
Oh, my
boy, the
gosh.
Cardinals just can't maintain possession of that. Bucket by McLean on a nice look.
It looked like
from
we were going to
O'Brien.
pick that pass off.
McCormick, 12-foot jump shot, short. Lures goes up for it.
Great rebound by Lacey.
So 37-33, 3:54 to go. Lacey going to the free throw line to shoot 2. Lears' first one is no good.
You can relax and let that thing fly. Hard to do in a state tournament game.
A little bit hard to do when you're playing at home in a state tournament game.
Yeah.
Second one is good.
That was beautiful. Great follow through there.
So Cardinals pull to within 3. 3:54 to go.
Back comes Wee Wee after a shoulder injury and some type of leg injury.
Definitely battling out there. She's going to get the assignment on O'Brien, who's been the difference for Halstead tonight.
Yes, she has.
Timeout by Halstead. Coach is going to pause and talk about it. Again, critical moment in the ball game. 3:45 to go. Leading Cheney by 3 points. Want to make sure you have a good offensive possession here.
Yeah, I would assume he's going to try to get another post touch. And when that has happened, which hadn't happened a lot, good things have happened, even when Gerber hasn't scored. But he just put in one of his best shooters there. He subbed, for this possession. So, the nice thing is it allows Cheney to set up their defense. And Cheney's as good as it comes when it comes to denying a basketball inbound. So it may be an advantage for Cheney here coming out of this timeout. We'll see.
So Haley Lewis checking in for the Dragons that you mentioned. Coach Shear been in a couple of these situations in his career.
Yeah, he has. I did a little research on him today. 195 and 60 in Cheney as the head coach in 5 different state tournaments, 4 of which went to the state championship game. So he can coach it up. I had the pleasure of watching him coach for 9 years when he was the women's basketball coach. And, I hope all the people in Cheney understand the level of coaching that he brings to the table. He's phenomenal what he does. And just a lot of respect for him.
Well, let's see what he pulled out of his bag of tricks now here for the final 3:40. Parker Schroeder with the ball, gets it over to O'Brien, guarded by Wee Wee. Gets the ball up to Lewis, guarded by Shear. O'Brien again, way up on the wing. And yeah, looks like Wee Wee going to get called for the foul there as she accidentally poked O'Brien in the face, and O'Brien's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 1-1.
O'Brien has looked extremely comfortable today at the free throw line, so we'll, as a sophomore, see how she does in the last 3.5 here, but she's been good tonight.
Wee Wee's first foul, that one was short. Cardinals can't corral the rebound, and we're going to get a jump ball there. Wow, the ball was so short that it threw him off, right?
Yeah, it really did. It just bounced straight down.
All right, Shear with the basketball, again guarded by Schroeder here. Shear goes left, kicks it back out to Haig. Ball over to McCormick. McCormick thought about a three. She's going to step back and take one, no good. Gerber with the rebound, and Lures is going to get called for the foul, so we're going to go shoot free throws on the other end again. So no we're not. I guess we called it out of bounds. I thought it was called a foul there.
I thought he called a foul as well. Yeah, the officials are even confused on that one because it sure looks like he called a foul.
No, so it's either out of bounds off of. That's interesting because Gerber had the ball in her hand.
It really is.
So she's either out of bounds or it was a foul. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that call was all about.
Okay, so this time, Halstead still trying to get it in bounds.
Looking good.
We almost got.
Oh,
5-second call.
What a great move on their coach's behalf. Literally came across the half-court line to get the officials' attention to call the timeout, and would like to have a count on that again because I'm pretty sure it was right at the 5-second at least.
Pretty close. He was yelling it.
So anyway, great move on his behalf, and Halstead's ball, and again, not sure even how they're throwing the ball in bounds out under.
So Cardinals trail 37-34, 3:13 to go. Timeout on the floor as both coaches and both teams trying to get things settled for this final 3 minutes. Both teams have a couple of timeouts left. Coach Haig talking to the official about allowing the opposing coach to run on the other side of half court to call a timeout. I mean, they did extend the coaches' boxes a couple of years ago in high school, but I don't think they extended it to the other side of half court. But
that being said,
you probably don't want them to call that in this situation.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And not to mention they need to be, they got to find a way to, let him know they're going to call the timeout.
Right. So Halstead is able to get it in.
Take advantage right here.
Lewis guarded by Klein, gets it up to Schroeder. Schroeder kicks it back out. Going to get it to O'Brien, way up at the Cardinal.
Big possession right here defensively for the Cardinals.
Lewis has it. Guarded by Klein. He's trying to cause havoc. Going to get it to Gerber, who kicks it back out to Schroeder.
Running a little bit of clock here, trying to run the clock down a little bit.
Schroeder dribbles by, kicks it back out to O'Brien. And we're going to have an offensive foul on the screen. There were a lot of screens going on there, so I didn't exactly see what happened. But
well, it's the thing that they're calling now that they never used to call. It was after a handoff, and the offensive girl literally ran into the defensive player. And back in the day, you were allowed to get away with that, not now. So it was really the right call. A weird call at this point in time, but the right call.
McCormick has it, drives baseline. Can't get it. She got an extra step there. She tried to gather herself. Maybe ball fake on Gerber and couldn't gather it, and so she gets called for the travel. So Cardinals can't turn that offensive foul into any but points. Halstead has it now. Lewis kicks it back out to O'Brien, over to Schroeder. So they are going to be content to just run some clock. They've been able to handle the basketball against Cardinals' pressure all night long, so why not handle it now? O'Brien. Whoa. The official thought about calling the charge.
Yeah, he was hesitant, and it sure didn't seem like she was moving there, but
so Kylie's third foul of the night, and O'Brien going to go to the free throw line. 2:06 to go.
Still 1-1 here.
O'Brien's first one up and good. I mean, the official had his hand almost on the back of his head there,
sure did.
And then he went to his waist. Second free throw, no good. Gerber gets her hand on it, and that's where that earlier jump ball really hurts you on that unfortunate rebound that went straight down, because now we got a jump ball, and it's going to stay Halstead basketball with 2:05 to go.
A similar miss in a similar situation where it hit the front of the rim and hit the floor. So
Halstead with it, up 4, 2:05 to go. Schroeder trying to get it in. And we get another timeout because Halstead trying to get the ball in bounds, having trouble with it. Coach gets another timely timeout to prevent a 5-second call and turning the basketball over. So 2:05 to go. What's he telling his team right now?
Well, first of all of their out-under plays in situations like this, sometimes you have to just be a basketball player and create some space and maybe get a lob over the top or whatever. That time they were cutting to the rim and not allowing her to even throw the basketball to them. So that being said, I just think, you're telling them to take care of the basketball, hit your free throws, and get some stops and rebound the ball down the stretch. And Cheney just got to get a stop right here. They're fine. It's only a 4-point game. Lots of time left in this game. So Cheney, I look for them to – Halstead's been on the verge of turning it over here a lot, and yet they've somehow, some way found a way to, keep the basketball in their hands. So I look for Cheney to find a way to get a steal here. And this game's not even remotely close to over.
So Halstead coming in with sort of the, chip on her shoulder approach, where they got to play in the number one team's home gym, and we're not going to give up. And it's worked for them.
You can see they went to a different out-under formation here to try to get the ball in.
O'Brien cutting to the basket, and this time they go to Gerber, and Haig gets her hand on it.
There's Haig right there.
So McCormick with it, pushing it up. She's got a Wolf behind her.
Oh,
just
my goodness.
dribbled it right off her foot, and it ends up back in her hands. But Wee Wee going to get called for the foul, and so Halstead going to come to the other side and shoot free throws again.
Yeah, just needs to regroup right here. She made a nice attack, and is what it is. And
could see the lane there, knew what she was trying to accomplish, just didn't execute it. Halstead would be in control of this game if they could make some of these free throws. So Schroeder is going to go up, and not even close. Shear grabs the rebound, so we're going to get it into her hands by her coming in and just taking a rebound. She gives it up to Klein, guarded, and O'Brien's going to get called for a foul again. Not happy with it, but she definitely reached in and is going to pick up her fourth foul of the night.
Next one, we will be in the bonus, so.
It's probably not a foul if she pokes it away, but when you slap at it, you're going to get that called most of the time.
It just looks like a foul. It really does.
Wee Wee with the ball now. Gives it up to Klein. Haig with it. Tries to get it down low to Shear, who Schroeder runs under and is going to get called for the body foul. So Shear going to go to the free throw line as we're in the bonus now.
Yeah, Schroeder thought she was going to give up a layup right there because she was trailing the play, and probably wouldn't have happened. The pass wasn't quite on the numbers, but
front end of the one-on-one is good for Kylie.
Hits the front end. All right. Hit this one. You're down by 2, and then that defense hopefully can take over here down the stretch.
Shear's second free throw up and good. So 17 of the Cardinals' 36 points from Kylie tonight. Checking back into the ball game for the Cardinals, Olivia Albers. Olivia's defensive presence. Long and athletic, using her defensive skills here as O'Brien gets the ball up the floor and nearly throws it away.
Yeah, she had a couple of girls up the floor if she would have been able to see them, but fortunate for Cheney, that didn't happen.
So we're gonna, Kylie puts O'Brien back to the free throw line with a foul. That is Kylie's 4th foul of the night, so she's gonna have to be careful the rest of the way. 1:23 to go. You need her on the floor. 38-36. Halstead up. O'Brien's first free throw, good. 15 points now for Kaylee O'Brien. And they're shooting the double bonus. Didn't matter because she made the first one, and the second one is good. So Cardinals now down 4 with 1:20 to go. 40-36. Klein with the basketball. Guarded by O'Brien. Gets it to McCormick.
A little set play for Kylie right there.
Trying to get a play to Kylie. Instead, they hand it off to Klein. Klein over to McCormick, who rips and goes. She's going to get called for a foul. That's going to be Bryn's 5th foul of the night as she extended her arm just enough to get called for that offensive foul.
Yeah, she definitely was trying to attack, and Bryn's extremely frustrated right now, and understandably. But a phenomenal player for their team this year.
So McCormick out, had just 6 points on the night. 40-36, a minute to go now. Halstead with the ball, trying to get it inbounds. And they don't get it inbounds, and we get a 5-second call. So Cardinals get the ball back now.
That seemed a little quicker than the other ones. I don't know, man. We will take it with 1:05 to go in this game.
So Kylie gets it into Haig. Haig going to get fouled by Gerber.
It'll be her 4th foul as well.
Gerber with 4 on the night as well. So O'Brien has 4, Gerber has 4. 1:04 to go. No time went off the clock there. As Haig caught it and was immediately fouled by Gerber. So Campbell going to the free throw line. First free throw is up and no good. Just rolled around.
So close.
So now under a minute to go. Schroeder with the ball now. Haig going to get called for the foul. Going to stop the clock. Down 4 with 56 seconds. So Schroeder going to go to the free throw line to try and extend the Halstead lead.
Well, I don't know what the percentages from the free throw line is, but it's not been very good for either team.
Schroeder's free throw up and no good.
Yeah, you can see she's kind of aiming that shot rather than actually shooting it.
So 56 seconds is the scene here. Cardinals down 4 right now. Schroeder, second free throw, no good. Albers with the rebound, gets it up to Klein. Over to Albers, back over to Wee Wee. Wee Wee finds Shear, step back 3, no good. Wee Wee grabs the rebound and has it pulled away by Schroeder. And we're finally,
Oh, wow.
looks like Haig grabbed it back and got a timeout before they were able to call the jump ball. So Cardinals are going to retain possession. That's a veteran coach right there, just trying to stick his nose in and get a timeout, whether it was his ball or not.
Exactly right, and it was obviously a jump ball as he was calling the timeout, and this official couldn't see that angle. And before they had blown the ball for the jump ball, Coach Shear does his thing, steps in and gets a just crucial timeout right there.
So 39 seconds to go in the ball game. Cardinals trailing 40-36. We got a full timeout on the floor. So we're going to try and get a set play here, I'm guessing, for Kylie. However, she's not had many open looks tonight. Still 17 points on the night. She has 4 fouls. Bryn McCormick has fouled out. The second leading scorer for the Cardinals.
Yeah,
on the night and on the season.
It would not surprise me to see Kylie shot fake a 3 right here and get the basketball to the rim.
Don't have to have a 3 here.
Don't have to have a 3. Matter of fact, unless you're wide open, you shouldn't take a 3 right here. That being said, if it's one of your 3-point shooters, let's go. Let it fly.
Let it fly. Let it fly. That's your philosophy.
Yes, it is.
Well, we'll see if the Cardinals can let it fly right here. We got 4 on the baseline here. Haig sets a screen for Shear.
Double screen.
They get her around it. She's got the ball.
They double team.
They're going to get it back over to Albers, who takes the jump shot. No good. She gets her own rebound.
Beautiful.
Gets it back to go. Rod's going to call a timeout. 38-40 now. 29 seconds to go.
Interesting coaching move right there on Halstead's coach. They double-teamed Kylie there, and she had to give the basketball up. And it's one thing to leave somebody open. It's another not to be able to check them off after they do shoot it. And,
so that is Olivia's first bucket of the night. She was short on the jump shot, but knew it and followed it and went up strong. So 29 seconds to go now. Cardinals trailing by 2. Halstead basketball under the basket.
Well, we'll see if Halstead will get the basketball to their free throw shooters. So far, they've really struggled hitting any free throws from the free throw line. So I think O'Brien's probably been the best there. I'm not sure what her exact percent is, but and then on the flip side of this, will Coach Shear try to get a steal before the ball gets to half court?
Right.
You have plenty of time. You can still foul with 19, 18 seconds left if you don't get the steal on the inbounds pass. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here.
Cannot give up a layup here, and we got a Halstead player standing at half court wide open right now. Kylie just spotted her, so she's going to step back. So face guarding, Cardinals face guarding everybody right now. Halstead tries to get it in, and the turnover. Cardinals have it.
Here we go.
Shear with the basketball. No timeouts left for the Cardinals, and they're going to continue to double team her. And we're going to have a foul, so Kylie's going to go to the free throw line. She looked like she was trying to call a timeout.
She was calling a timeout.
And I don't believe they have any timeouts left. And she was trying to call it. Got away with it because she got fouled. She's going to the free throw line. That is going to be Schroeder's 4th foul of the night.
Well, let's wouldn't want it in anybody else's hands right here with 21 seconds to go.
So Kylie at the free throw line. First one is up and good.
Beautiful. Nothing but the bottom.
Stone cold Kylie. Absolutely nothing affects her, and she is at the free throw line to try and tie it with 21 seconds to go.
Here we go.
She does.
One more turnover here, and we can go ahead and get this win.
Schroeder with the basketball now. Still. And there is a turnover. Wee has it. Gets it back to Klein.
Oh, my goodness.
Short. Haig battling for it. Gerber's going to come out with it. And it looks like Halstead going to get a timeout, and that's a time where a coach maybe got a little too aggressive on the timeout because they had a run out because Cardinals had 3 people on the floor at that time.
I think what he saw was, hey, we do finally have possession of it here, so we want to try to get one last shot here.
So 12 seconds to go. You want to make sure you have a good possession, so get a timeout, call a play. Cardinals man, they had a wide open look
Just
to
hurried
take
it
the
a little
lead.
bit. Just hurried it a little bit, which is easy to do in this situation.
So, what does Coach Shear do here?
Well,
with,
I mean, let's just continue to be aggressive like we have, and obviously have to be very smart and not foul here. But Cheney's they're known for their defense. They're so good at just pressure, and that's how they got the thing tied, and that's almost how they took the lead right there. So continuous pressure here, and be smart and not foul.
All right, so nobody has a timeout here. Hey, what about a little bit of overtime in this quarterfinal
Might as
matchup?
well. We might as well.
So Halstead going to try.
What's happening here?
Looks like trying to figure out where to throw the ball in.
Yeah. She was below the free throw line, so
they're going to throw it in on the side.
That's an interesting decision right there, but okay.
Cardinals going to stay in their full court press. Todd Haig trying to get an explanation from the official why they're throwing it in on the side, and he says, okay, let's go. So again, face guarding by the Cardinals right here, trying to get Gerber to the basketball, and she has it. 10 seconds to go.
Let her go make a play. Looks
8
like.
seconds to go.
O'Brien.
O'Brien with it now. She drives in, goes up, no good. Cardinals basketball, and going to get called for a travel as Campbell Haig goes down to the floor with the rebound.
Wow, could have been a foul call right there on Halstead.
1.2 to go. Halstead going to get a chance to throw it in under the basket. Lacey Lewis checking in right now to give a little bit of length.
The only thing you don't want is a little lob to Gerber inside here. So.
All right, so Schroeder with the basketball, trying to get it into somebody. 1.2 seconds. Over to McLean. Shot is up. No good. So McLean had a really good look. And again, rushed it because there was 1.2 seconds to go. So how about a little bit of extra basketball?
We might as well. First round of the state tournament. It has been a phenomenal basketball game. It hasn't always been pretty, but it has been fun and high energy. And now Cheney has 4 minutes to go here to try to find a way.
Halstead has just got to be thinking we had this game
yes.
in our grasp, and now we have to go to overtime against the number one team. And so we're going to continue to give them a chance to stay in and win this game when they had control of it for the entire game.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to say and a lot more difficult to do, but if you just hit 50% of your free throws, you're walking out of here with a win right now. It hasn't happened. It's state tournament time. There's more pressure. I don't know what their overall team percentage is, but obviously it's the reason that we're going to overtime. So Cheney did everything they had to do to get back in it and almost won it themselves.
So here we go. Overtime in the first round of state. And I'm not going to say it, but because I've already said it. But these two teams are playing in the first round of the state tournament.
Yeah, it is too bad that you have these two teams playing against each other. That being said, one of them is going to get out of here tonight, and we're going to go overtime to find out who that's going to be.
So we get 4 minutes on the clock for the overtime period. Cardinals on the floor have Olivia Albers, Brooklyn Wee, Campbell Haig, Lexi Klein, and Kylie Shear. Foul trouble all over the floor for both teams. O'Brien for Halstead with 4, Shear with 4. Klein has it, tries to fight through a screen.
Shear tried to get Kylie the ball off of a little curl cut there, and there she goes again.
Haig on the corner, turns it over as McLean gets it and pushes it out. Finds O'Brien. O'Brien goes to the bucket. Klein, really smart foul there, makes O'Brien go earn it at the free throw line.
Yeah, it's one thing I don't understand about overtimes or to start games is no jump ball. Like, we're playing against each other all day long, so
right.
We get an advantage right there, obviously.
For the possession.
Unfortunately, we didn't take advantage, but
O'Brien's first free throw, no good. Yeah, you know,
It's
no
just a
no
strange
jump
thing
balls.
to me.
No jump balls at all this year have been a little bit strange, but that's
The way
the
we're
way
doing
it
it.
is. Yeah, I think that's one of those things that COVID will eliminate from high school basketball forevermore. O'Brien's second free throw is good. So Halstead up 1. Kylie Shear with the basketball. 3:30 to go in this first overtime. Guarded by Schroeder. Double team on Shear. Gets it to Wee Wee. Wee Wee pushes. No good.
Look at
Shear
Kylie go get that
with the
rebound.
rebound and
Beautiful.
put back.
She was not going to be denied.
So 21 points now for Kylie. Cardinals up 42-41. Halstead with the ball. Gerber has it. She's going to take it. Dishes over to her teammate. Back out to O'Brien. O'Brien asking for a screen, actually asking for Gerber to come get it. Haig guarding O'Brien. O'Brien now with it on the wing, gets it down low to Gerber. Gerber up strong, no good. Wee Wee grabs the rebound. She's pushing, kicks it back out to Shear. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Haig with the nice rebound.
Let's go.
Shear again, no good.
Oh, you couldn't ask for a better look. Wow. Halstead really executed their set play to get the ball inside last time down as well. So look for them to do it again.
42-41, 2:20 to go in this overtime. O'Brien with the ball, guarded by Klein. Gets it over to Schroeder. Schroeder finds a cutting O'Brien, who goes up and tries to make a layup and is going to draw a foul. Albers is going to get called for it. So O'Brien's going to go back to the free throw line.
Wow. We're supposed to be unbiased, though, aren't we, as announcers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
O'Brien gets it to go to tie the ball game. O'Brien's 18th point of the night. Second one up. She's been pretty good from the free throw line.
She's been their best.
Second one
She's been their best.
rattles home. So Halstead takes the lead again. Shear with the basketball, guarded by Schroeder. Schroeder with 4 fouls, trying to give her a little bit of space, and she does. Kylie gets a layup, no good. Albers with the
Wide
rebound,
open.
up, no good. And
Oh, wow.
looks like that ball is going to be off of Lexi. The officials are going to talk about it because there is no doubt that that ball was off of Halstead. Wow.
Wow. I did see, unless the ball hit the baseline, I mean, it was obvious that it was off Halstead. But
Halstead was laying out of bounds,
Yeah.
and the ball hit them, so I'm not sure how that went their way, but they got it, and they get it into O'Brien. O'Brien dribbling up the floor, kicks it back out to Engel. Engel gets it to Schroeder. Schroeder guarded by Wee Wee, kicks it over to McLean. O'Brien with the ball now. Halstead up 1, 43-42, a minute 40 to go here in the ball
they're
game.
going to run some clock here. And
Wee Wee
really good.
picks her pocket. She's pushing, finds a cutting Shear. Strong, no good.
My goodness sakes.
And now Halstead going to come back the other way. Lexi just going to get called for a blocking foul there.
For one
and
girl, we don't want to foul.
Lexi, I believe, is going to pick up that's her 4th foul of the night. Man, another layup, no good by the Cardinals. Contested by Halstead, and Kylie couldn't get it to go.
What a great defensive play by Wee Wee.
O'Brien bounces one home. 44-42. You like to see maybe Wee Wee just take that up strong and
Yeah, you
draw
would.
the foul herself there or get it to go.
That being said, it's a shot Kylie normally makes. So
O'Brien's next free throw
Wow.
bounces that one home.
she's been good at the line. She's been good
So
all night long, period.
So we called them out for missing their free throws, and they've been good in the overtime making their free throws. So Shear with the basketball now. Finds
All the
a
way.
seam. She's going to go all the way, kick it over to Haig. He
Wow.
thought about a three a little bit too long. Gerber swats it out of there. So 45-42. Halstead up with a minute 15 to go here in this first overtime.
That was Gerber came out of nowhere to go get that block.
Haig thought about it just a little bit too long. Klein trying to get it in. Gets it over to Klein or to Shear, who drives it into the lane and gets it to go. So 45-44, Halstead up. O'Brien with the basketball. Gets it out to Schroeder. Schroeder guarded by Wee Wee. Over to Gerber. Gerber guarded by Haig. 58 seconds
Less
to
than
go.
a minute.
Gerber taking it strong.
My
and
goodness.
Albers pulls it away.
Oh!
And then tries the outlet pass and throws it away.
Got a little sped up there after she got a great steal.
Yeah, I think she thought Lexi was going to run the lane there, and Lexi tried to come back and get the ball as the point guard, and just a misread right there. 45-44, Halstead up. O'Brien with the basketball, gets it back to Schroeder. Schroeder gets it over to McLean. So now we're going to run some offense. Up 1, 45 seconds to go.
She's the one girl we don't want to foul.
Lexi tries to go for the steal. Is going to get called for the foul. That's going to be her 5th. So Lexi, the senior, is going to foul out here with 41 seconds to go in overtime. Leah Durr going to check in, going to get some rebounding presence.
Lexi Klein is just a fireball, isn't she? She just goes to work.
Had a unfortunate injury early on.
Yeah.
O'Brien gets the first one to go, so it's a 2-point ball game with 41 seconds to go.
O'Brien's doubled her season average, correct me if I'm wrong.
Second one is no good. Durr with the rebound. Finds Wee Wee.
Yep, we need to execute offensively here.
46-45, Shear with the basketball. Guarded by Schroeder. Gets it over to Haig. Haig, the sophomore, guarded by Gerber. Durr with the basketball.
Back
Find the
right
cutting
there. Yeah.
Kylie Shear, and Parker Schroeder bodies up, and she's going to pick up her 5th foul of the night. So Schroeder, also the senior, what a fantastic job she's done every time these two teams have played. She's done a great job on Kylie. Kylie's going to find a way to get hers, but she's made her work for every point tonight. So
really made her work, and Parker's a phenomenal athlete.
Kylie to the free throw line. Gets the first one to go.
Get this into another overtime. That's a huge factor with Parker's not able to handle the ball for Halstead.
Second free throw by Shear.
How good is that?
We're tied. 23 seconds to go. O'Brien pushing. Going to call a timeout. We'll talk about it. Going to have the ball on the sideline. He's arguing that he should have it on the baseline, but they're going to do it on the sideline. So 17 seconds to go. Halstead with the basketball. He's arguing about it and not setting up a play here with the timeout.
Yeah, I think what he's arguing is that he tried to call the timeout earlier, and then they didn't give it to him, obviously. So, and I also think he's probably remembering what ended up happening down here with the basketball at the end of regulation. So
Kylie had 6 first-half points. She has 25 now for the game. So she's, again, difficult to hold down for an entire game. So we're all tied, 17 seconds to go, 46-46. On the other side, Kaylee O'Brien with 22 for her tonight. So big night for the sophomore that's going to be around for some time.
Okay, so now they're saying that they're going up here to throw the ball inbounds. He just told them that it was down close to the baseline. So it's like he literally pointed there.
He did.
Really confused as to what the officials just did right there, because I was great advantage for us if that ball's lower.
So he's probably drew up a play with where they told him it was going to be in. O'Brien trying to get it in. She does get it into Gerber. 16 seconds to go. Gerber guarded by Haig. 12 seconds to go. Ball over. Back over to O'Brien. O'Brien drives baseline. No good. Albers with it.
Got time.
3. 2 seconds to go. Rod Shear calls a timeout. 46-46. O'Brien went strong to the bucket. Didn't get the call that she was hoping for on strong take to the bucket, and Cardinals were able to grab the rebound.
Yeah, I think it was a great no call, and she was trying to draw the contact, but I don't know how much there was there.
Well, that's a good. So they have it in Gerber's hands, and they hand it over to O'Brien, who's been great all night long. So great set play by Halstead to get a good look with less than 5 seconds to go, hoping you get it up on the rim, and maybe Gerber can get a putback because she's an animal on the block and was just unable to do it. Cardinals come away with the rebound. Olivia Albers clears it and gets it over as Rod calls the timeout. So 46-46 is our score.
And this is why you work on situations in practice. 2.7 seconds to go. Looks like they're going to throw the ball in bounds on the baseline down there, so they've got the full length of the floor. So we'll see who can throw the best baseball pass right here. And this is a play we called touchdown.
Yes.
One we worked on a lot. So let's see if see what Coach Shears does right here. You can see Kylie's on the opposite side of us here, and the opposite side of the ball. Always got to keep an eye on what she's going to do. They're also not putting anybody on the ball, which is going to allow us to throw the ball down the floor.
So get it into Kylie. Half-court shot. Yep. That's going to be short. And so we're going to double overtime in this quarterfinal state matchup. So not only do we get to call a game at home, we're getting an unbelievable basketball game, 46-46 going into double overtime.
Yeah, and because you were late, somehow or another, we don't have any water up here. I don't know what's up with that.
No.
Maybe that was my role today, and I just slipped up on my role, right?
Yeah.
What a game we've seen, and two just highly contested, teams here that are just going after it. And as I said earlier, it's been a little sloppy at times, but that's because both teams are playing with an intensity level probably like they've not played all year long.
Yep. All right, we're going to take a quick breather. We'll be back to call the second overtime game as these two teams battle on to go on to the second round of state. All right, so Cardinals have a couple of players that have fouled out, Lexi Klein and Bryn McCormick, so they're not available here for the double overtime. Halstead has had one player foul out, Parker Schroeder, a very important player because she's the point guard, the floor general, the defender on Kylie Shear. So Cardinals going to stay in a zone here to start this second overtime.
Yeah, they're going to extend the passing lanes here as well.
Engel with it on the corner, trying to get it into Gerber. Not able to, but she gets it into McLean, who kicks it back to O'Brien. O'Brien can't get it to go. Campbell Haig clears it out, and Kylie Shear has it up top, this time guarded by Lewis. Finds Wee Wee in the corner. No good. Albers comes flying in for the rebound, and looks like Kaylee O'Brien's going to get called for the foul, and so she is going to foul out with a fantastic first round state matchup from Kaylee O'Brien.
Yeah, that young lady played her heart out tonight, so she is, should be extremely proud.
So Olivia Albers going to go to the free throw line. Everybody, of course, in the double bonus. 3:23 to go here in the second overtime. Albers' first free throw, no good.
Needs to relax and shoot as well. He's a little tight right there.
Second free throw up and off the back of the iron, no good. Durr tries to grab it and she can't, so going to go Halstead's way. So two players have fouled out for the Cardinals, two players have fouled out for the Dragons, both really important players. So Gerbers is going to take it as the point guard right now because ball handlers are falling for Halstead. Shear guarding the ball. Now Wee Wee guarding Lewis. Lewis tries to get it to Gerber, can't. Gets it to the corner, back up to McLean. McLean
Almost threw it away.
almost threw it away. Engel's able to grab it. Kelly with the basketball now. Skip pass over to Lewis. Lewis gets it to McLean, goes to the corner, gets it down low to Kelly. Kelly back out to McLean. Long, high arching pass, and Shear not able to get there. So Cardinals staying in the lane. McLean drives in and has it knocked away by Durr and Albers.
Pretty good possession by Halstead there. They were patient, and yet our athleticism took over there to get the block shot.
So 46-46, 2:37 to go. I'm trying to keep up with all the new players on the floor, but
hard to do.
Hard to do. And it looks like we're going to have a foul called on the offensive side of the ball. Karina Gerber going to get her 5th foul on that.
That is a
off
huge factor.
Ball foul. Working hard to try and get the ball. And they called her for a foul. Hate to see off-ball fouls on star players
as a 5th foul
when there's nothing really obvious. No bodies were flying there.
Yeah.
I mean, let them compete a little bit here. So Leah Weber going to check in for Halstead as Gerber gets her 5th foul and she checks out of the game.
Advantage Cheney for sure.
Haig with the ball gets it over to Wee Wee. Wee Wee has it now up to Shear. Shear guarded by Lewis. Step back 3, no good. Wee Wee trying to grab it, and looks like we're going to be.
Oh, we got a foul call.
We got a foul called.
Wow.
On Olivia Albers with the scramble for a loose ball. So Halstead going to come to the free throw line. That is Olivia's 2nd foul of the night. So going to the free throw line is McLean, who's been good tonight as well for Halstead. She's chipped in 9 points.
She's just a really solid player. Does a lot of really good things on the court for them.
Free throw is up and good. Just a junior. She'll be back next year. Getting some good experience at the state level here. Steps to the free throw line, shoots her 2nd one. Looked good, no good. Wee Wee tracks it down. So Halstead up 1, 47-46, 2 minutes to go in the game. Wee Wee gets it over to Durr. Durr tries to find Shear, gets it over to Albers instead. Wee Wee has it now, guarded by McLean. Haig at the free throw line. Gets it over to Albers at the wing. Minute 50 to go in the ball game. Shear has it, kicks it over to Haig. Haig's thought about a 3, no.
Halstead did a great
Tell you
job.
what, Lewis is doing a good job of protecting and covering Kylie. They're going to get her the ball down low, but no, Lewis steps in. She's pushing, steps up, no good. Halstead grabs the rebound. So they're going to take it out and run some clock here with a 1-point lead and 1:24 to go in the ball game.
Well, we were trying to get the ball to Kylie there and just waited a little too long to make the pass.
So Kelly with the ball way up on the Cardinal. Gets it over to Engel. Engel. Foul called as Shoot takes it baseline, goes up and tries to shoot a layup. Foul's going to be called on Leah Durr. She's going to shoot 2.
Well, Leah was just a half step late getting there.
So Durr's 2nd foul of the night. Shoot the senior going to the free throw line. Good.
Yeah, she looked good doing that.
Halstead up 2, 48-46. 2nd free throw. Good. So now up 3 with a minute to go. We're under 1 minute to play. Kylie Shear with the basketball, guarded by Lewis. Shear pulls up 15.
Beautiful.
Good.
Right now they are not capable of stopping her, so they'd have to get a stop here.
Cardinals down 1, 42 seconds to go. 49-48. Durr goes up top and fouls Engel. Engel going to go to the free throw line and try and extend Halstead's lead. They're up 1 with 39 seconds to go. Durr's third foul of the night. Durr, just a sophomore. First free throw, no good.
He looks calm at the free throw line, but that one was obviously a little long, so.
Second free throw is good.
I can tell she looks calm. All right, here we go, Cheney.
Cardinals down 2. Shear with the ball, guarded by Lewis. Fights through a screen. She kicks it down to Haig, who takes it up strong and gets one! Campbell, Haig, strong to the bucket. Goes to the free throw line to try and take the lead.
Little left hand finish over the defender.
Just takes second bucket of the night. She's at the free throw line. Cardinals tied up 50 to 50, 27 seconds to go.
Huge
Haig's free throw. Up. Good. Looked good out of her hand.
Yes, it did.
Knocked it down. Lacey Lears checking in.
Here.
Cardinals take a lead. It's been a long time since the Cardinals have had a lead in this basketball game. They have it for the first time in overtime. 51-50, 20 seconds to go. And we're going to get a timeout right here. Coach wants to talk about it. He's trying to get a last-second shot here and not give the Cardinals another chance. 51-50, Cardinals up, 18 seconds to go. When do you want to take that last shot here, Coach, if you're trying to go up for...
Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. When you're in the second overtime of the first round of state tournament, if you get a shot a little early, you're going to go ahead and take it. But the set play will probably be designed to start the set around 12 to 10. You start the attack, and you hope to get a shot up around the 5 to 6 second mark. That way you can get a second shot if it doesn't go in. So that being said, in the state tournament, I'm not sure I'd be waiting until the end of the game. I'd go ahead, if I had it, I'd go ahead and take it now.
Maybe try and give yourself a rebound opportunity to get a putback.
And, great timeout on coach's behalf there because, they're not sure who's supposed to take that. They've got a lot of new girls in the game, and 3 of their main players are out of the game. So, you go settle them down, try to get them an opportunity here, and hopefully Cheney can get a stop. But good coaching move on his behalf.
So on the floor for the Cardinals, Campbell Haig, Olivia Albers, Kylie Shear, Brooklyn Wee and Lacey Lures. So a lot of defense, a lot of length on the floor right now as the Cardinals try and close this one out. Up 1, 18 seconds to go. Ball is going to be out on the side. Throwing it in for Halstead, Josephine Engel. She's a sophomore. Gets it into McLean, the player on the floor that's been really good for Halstead tonight. She's guarded by Albers. She gets to the bucket. Can't get the cross court. 10 seconds, 8 seconds. Going to the bucket to shoot. Oh, no good! One more try, no good! Haig with the basketball. Cardinals win. Cardinals.